everybody, welcome back to IP Farms. Man, it's beautiful out here. 85 degrees it got up to today in North Carolina. Summer's right around the corner. Spring, we're just gonna skip right over that. I can see it. You see me up behind me here, the 2500 John Deere plow. You guys have seen a lot about that. I'm hoping that by the end of this video that you'll be able to see the plow itself turning some soil. I mean, it's high time. We've got a few more things to do. I need to clean the plows up themselves, grease everything up. I don't have the hydraulic cylinder back yet, but we might make do with this. Everything's going to be out of adjustment, out of whack. I've got a book ordered, which I should have already done that a long time ago. And according to the few people I've talked to, my wheel adjustment is way off on the 1086. But we might swing for the fences and see if we can get a little dirt turned over out here in the front field anyway. So stay tuned. Let's see what we can get into. You guys definitely deserve seeing it. So let's get after it. Well, what I'm doing, taking the coulters off. Bearings are kind of janky in a couple of them. The blades are iffy, and the main reason is I can't find anything definitive to tell me how to adjust them. So I'm not going to hassle my insider info people on that right now, because I don't have but 4 of them anyway, and we're not really worried about that too much in the ground that I'm wanting to plow right now, because it's already been worked up to a degree with the chisel plow and disc and things like that. So we're not too worried about the coulters. Maybe I can get in touch with Jekyll Brothers and see if they've got, you know, one on that plow that they sold me the tail wheel piece off of, and then I maybe get some bearings and stuff and just kind of work on that in spare time this summer if I got any, getting the coulter set up. I think it'll be a good idea with what I'm going to do as far as turning this, you know, sod ground right off the bat that had never been plowed. So okay, moving along. The wind's picked up quite a bit, so sorry about that. But the way I understand it, and like I said, I know nothing, but this should be adjustable on this as far as how close you want to get it to the actual plow itself, the moldboard. And then of course they twist, and then there's a locking mechanism. It only twists, this will probably fall out and hurt me, but it only twists so far and then it locks. But then you can, these wedges, I think you can adjust it to see how far it swings. So we're not even gonna mess with that, like I said, until I get the book. Be better off anyway. We'll have that situated by fall, I think. Well, that's a good sign. Picked it up. Got something way off in the front up there. We'll get it down here on more level. It's kind of on the hillside there, and do a few measurements and a couple things, and we'll talk and see what we can do from there. Well, I'm debating on it. We got rain coming in, and I'm probably going to be tied up in my daily job tomorrow. So I'm seriously thinking about going out and making one pass, maybe making a land to see what happens. It's way out, I know. It's not adjusted right. No telling what'll happen, but you guys have waited a long time. So have I. Let's go see what we can tear up. All right, well, the 2500 rolls some soil here at IP Farms. I loved every minute of that. It was very short-lived, really wet. Must have got a massive amount of rain at some point that I didn't realize, maybe because that ground had been worked before, but I think I hit a root ball or something or stump and lost traction. That was it. Picked the plow up and barely got the tractor out. I could not believe how wet it was just driving in that area. But come a long ways. The plow, see dirt going across it after all the work we put into it. I'm really tickled with it. Got a lot of adjustment to do. Like I said, I'm not even really going to worry about a whole lot of it until I get the book, and then once I get the book here and talk to my behind the scenes mentors, then we'll get it dialed in. I'm tickled. I can't say enough. I'm tickled. I know that's not much for you guys to, you know, see a 100-foot section plowed, but that's a huge accomplishment for me. Never plowed with anything more than 2, and never plowed here at this farm, so it's definitely a plus. I enjoyed that. I think I'll wrap this one up, guys. Bored you enough with the plow. We'll try to move on to something else. I'll let the ground dry out, for lack of a better word, see what happens. We're getting ready to get a whole bunch more rain, so I'm not sure. You know, my plan may not work, being as how that area's already been worked up so many times. It may not dry out quick enough for me to do anything with it, but you know, we'll see. We made progress. That's the main thing. Baby steps. Really appreciate everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for following on the journey with me, hanging in there with me every time. You know, when I set out to something, I'm going to accomplish it. It may take me a lot longer than I realized in the beginning, but one day we're going to have everything going just like I want it to. So I really appreciate all the support, motivation from you guys, and kind words. It really means a lot to me. So we'll see what happens over the next couple days. Till then, thank you.